Sergeant Terri Sweeting-Mashkow is how she will be memorialized in matters of rightfully deserved honor and respect. But to those of us fortunate enough to know her, she will always be our Terri. Since Terri was taken from us on the morning of November 21st, 2025, our agency has received an outpouring of support from our community, from the greater law enforcement family from around the country, and from those who never knew her. But they called or emailed just to say how sorry they were and that we were in their prayers. On the day we lost Terri, I heard from the other 66 Florida sheriffs, every one of them, as well as from law enforcement leaders from around the county, the state, and the country. I received a call from FBI Director Kash Patel, Governor Ron DeSantis, Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins, Senator Rick Scott, Congressman Herodopoulos, Senator Aaron Grawl, Robbie Brackett, so many other messages and calls. I don't even remember each one of those calls, but thank you. All of these people who reached out to us did not just recognize the pain and sorrow of our agency, but of our whole community, and especially that of Casey, Kathy, Haley, and all of Terri's family. This year marks the centennial anniversary of our county, and by extension, the 100 years of the River office. Agency's history, which is, of course, 2 deaths too many. On September 23rd, 1986, Corporal Richard Razkowski was shot and killed while investigating a suspicious person. There are only a few people with our agency today who were here when Corporal Razkowski was killed. But I know many of our retirees who are joining us today remember him well. For the rest of us, his name and picture are prominent in our main building, on the memorial page of our website, and through our annual radio call in which he is remembered through a tribute broadcast on our main law enforcement channel every year on the anniversary of his death. His friends and colleagues affectionately called him Raz, and there are members of Raz's family with us today. They are here because they remain part of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office family, just like Terri's family will forever be part of us. I would be remiss if I did not mention the tragic violent loss of Deputy Gary Chambliss, who while off duty was senselessly shot and killed on February 17th, 2017. We also lost Deputy Gerard Paulo on June 12th, 1992, after a medical episode during a training class. All of these team members and their families will always be a part of this Sheriff's Office family. This agency never forgets. The Indian River County Sheriff's Office and our community have come together in the midst of this tragedy. More accurately, we have come closer together. Already a family, we have spent the past week and a half crying, hugging, and praying. We've also shared meals generously donated by area restaurants and churches. Gatherings in our auditorium to break bread together allowed for the sharing of stories about Terri over the last 25 years and 16 days of her career. These stories about Terri brought about much needed smiles and laughter to a deeply hurting agency. With Terri's daughter, the love of her heart, Haley, here today, it's probably best that some of those stories are not shared right now. But Haley, you can be sure, absolutely sure, that your mom was loved by this agency and this community. You can look around and see that love here today. And rest assured, that will always continue, as you are always, always part of the Sheriff's Office family. Many here today were not fortunate enough to have known our Terri, but let me tell you a little about her. Terri Sweeting was born in Oswego, New York in 1978. She graduated from Oswego High School in 1996 and from Oswego State University with a bachelor's degree in public justice in the year 2000. That same year, she moved to Florida. Because we all know that what Florida needs is more people from New York. But I'll tell you this, if they're all like Terri, we'll take them. She started with our agency as a public safety dispatcher, where she began to solidify friendships that would last over a quarter century. After a few years, she decided she wanted to be on the other side of the radio. So she went to the police academy at Indian River State College and graduated with Class 90. Terri became a sworn deputy sheriff in 2003. She excelled as a deputy, and it was no surprise. Many in the audience today were trained by Terri, and I know all of them would openly profess they are better cops for having been trained by Terri. I know that sentiment goes for the dispatcher she worked with, as well as her zone partners, myself included, and her team members in our civil unit. Terri touched the lives of many of us and had a positive impact on those blessed to know her. And not just our agency. Many of you may have seen the news of a local resident who had come to our station to pay tribute to Terri. This resident said Terri had arrested her several times, but that it was God who put them on a path to meet. She said that even while being arrested, Terri told her, "You are so much more than this. You're smart, you're beautiful, but you have to get your mind right. I know you are struggling with things, but there is so much more to you than this." She said Terri would check in with her from time to time, and eventually, the woman who Terri arrested several times got on track. She went back to school and earned her high school diploma. And Terri attended her graduation. She wrapped up her news interview by saying, "Terri was an angel then, and she's an angel now. And I thank the Lord for her. We all thank the Lord for Terri." Her encounters with the public earned her the respect of both the community and her agency. Many of our dispatchers can attest that some 911 callers would ask for Terri by name, or at least the name some in the community gave her: "Send Deputy Sweetie." Terri was street savvy, could navigate calls and the loudest suspects. She was firm in her enforcement of the law, but what earned her the respect, even of those she arrested, was that Terri was fair, tough on the outside, but a tender heart and a soft spot for the downtrodden. Make no mistake, her tender heart and kindness were never to be mistaken for weakness. Terri was a cop's cop and would get down to business anytime she needed to. The smile you see on her picture was genuine. But if you were a bad guy and you did something to make that smile go away, things were not going to end well for you. But if you treated her with respect, even if you did wrong, you would get that respect reciprocated. In her 25 years of service, Terri was recognized with many awards, including Life Saving in 2008, Honorable Service in 2015, Exceptional Duty in 2019, the Grand Cordon in 2020, Going the Extra Mile in both 2020 and 2021. In 2023, Community Service Award in 2023, Sworn Services Recognition Ribbon in 2025, and Hurricane Milton Service Ribbon in 2025. She was also posthumously awarded the Purple Heart, Combat Cross, and the Medal of Honor. But the award that we can't put on a medal or ribbon is the trust she earned from this community and the respect she earned from her Indian River County Sheriff's Office family. Since losing Terri, I have heard from many of our agency members who had special. I also know there were plenty of memories and friendships that I am not aware of. There are just too many of us who were friends with Terri to name everyone. However, I want to note not only the close relationship, but the exceptional bravery of Sergeant Gary Farless and Deputy Tino Arizpe. Both of these men engaged the suspect who killed Terri, and Deputy Arizpe did so after in the shoulder. That we can never fathom what that day was like for you. But know this, we are here for you. We always will be. We've got you. I also want to thank all our team members, sworn and civilian, who were on duty, and those who came on duty that day. The response to death was expedient, professional, and passionate. Thank you to our analysts in the Real-Time Crime Center and to our Public Safety Dispatch Unit who were working during the incident and did an outstanding job of managing their duties. Public Safety Dispatcher Tiffany Leva was on the law enforcement channel when the call unfolded. Tiffany, wherever you are out there, well done. I want to extend my condolences to the family of David Long, some of whom are here with us today. As you know, Mr. Long was the locksmith on scene and was there to help our deputies with the eviction process. He was a beloved member of our community, and I have heard from many people how they both used his services and considered him a friend. Another tragic loss for which we grieve. As I mentioned, the outpouring of support from other agencies and the public has been overwhelming. And it started as soon as word spread. On the day Terri was killed, as is customary in law enforcement, she was provided an escort from the scene to the medical examiner's office in Fort Pierce. During the procession, dozens of emergency vehicles followed the ambulance carrying Terri. I saw hundreds of people lining A1A, Wabasso, 510, 512. These community members must have waited hours to show their respect because they would never have known when we would be driving by. American flags, salutes, hands on hearts, and more tears than anyone should see, all for our Terri. All for the community's Terri. There are many agencies who helped in that escort, and to all our public safety partners, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I feel compelled to mention a few agencies in particular. Indian River Fire Rescue, who was on scene within minutes, helped our injured deputy and provided the ambulance to transport Terri. Indian River Fire Rescue, thank you. Indian River Shores Public Safety, who transported Deputy Arizpe to the hospital after he was shot. To our partners at Indian River Shores, thank you. Next, I want to thank the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, specifically their motor unit. Exactly 1 year ago to the day, November 21st, 2024, they lost 3 motor deputies in a tragic crash. While they could have taken that day to grieve on the 1-year anniversary, they were here helping us provide a dignified escort for our Terri. Law enforcement is just that kind of family. I also want to thank the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office, your honor guard. You guys have been amazing. In the last 24 hours, Port St. Lucie had a deputy that was shot. Thank you for your assistance. Their honor guard is here as well today, despite all that they've gone through in the last day. Speaking of family, this is not just a word we use. Casey, Kathy, Haley, you may think that the loss of your wife, your daughter, your mother means you no longer have a family member in law enforcement. Nothing could be further from the truth, because your family just got a whole lot bigger. I want you to look around this venue. It doesn't matter what patch is on the shoulder or what name is on the badge. These people and thousands more just like them around the country are now your family. And yes, we can be dysfunctional, but we love you and you're stuck with us. We will continue to grieve, cry, be angry, sad, experience any number of other emotions. In the months and years ahead, there will be memorials, plaques, and other rightfully deserved honors. But what we will also do is honor Terri's memory in the best way we can, the way she would have wanted us to, by remembering her 25 years of dedication to law enforcement and serving our community with distinction. We will all aspire to serve like Terri.